Good day and welcome to the channel. In this short video we're going to explain how to upgrade a really old computer to Windows 11 and make it actually usable. So the first thing you want to do when you've got an old computer is to literally clean it out. Take the cover off and blow it out. Then you want to check for things you can upgrade, like changing the hard drive from a spinning disk to an SSD and adding any additional memory that you can. Now this computer in particular is so old it actually came with Windows 7. It was upgraded to 10, but the machine's still working fine. So let's pull this apart and blow it out. And you might ask why you blow it out. Well, that's because over time these things will get cluttered up with dust and debris, and that will jam fans and add a thermal layer that makes everything run slower. You definitely want to blow it out if you have any capacity to do that. So let's do it quickly. Now, because this thing was so gross, we've already done that, but just and blast. Look at this, it's still coming out of it. Wow. While you've got it apart, inspect it to see if there's anything you can upgrade. In particular, what we would like to see is a solid state drive. If you still have an old spinning drive, you've really got to change it out for an SSD. Now in this case, this machine is so old it doesn't have the new M.2 slot for modern SSDs. However, you can still buy these SATA SATA based solid state drives. They'll run literally 10 times faster than your old spinning disk, are way less prone to failure, use way less electricity, produce way less heat. They're the way to go. So if you can change your drive to an SSD, do it. The next thing to look for is memory. Now in this case, we already have upgraded this unit. This has, I believe it's 4 gig of RAM in it, 2 2s. Windows 11 will be fine with that.
Just bring up a new tab on your computer and search for Windows Media Creation Tool, and you will find it right there. Microsoft.com, your language, software download, Windows 11. Now, you could just download the ISO for what we want to do, or you could use the Media Creation Tool to download it. Really, the only difference is if it's going to produce a USB drive for you or not. So we're just going to make this faster and simply download the Windows 11 ISO directly. Click Download Now, and oh, what language do you want? I'm going to choose English US, and confirm, and 64-bit download will pop up over on the right. There it is, and it will come down fairly quickly. An ISO is just a disk image. So back in the day we had CDs and DVDs. Yeah, that's just the ISO standard for compacting that all into a single file, which is this ISO. Then all we want to do is open it. So you could just click on this and open the file, but we'll do it the more formal way, which is to open the folder, right click on it, and select Mount, and it will mount it as the D drive. It could take a minute to appear, and there it is. Now what we need to do is to right click on the Start button and select Command Prompt Admin or PowerShell Admin. I'm using Windows Terminal, which is just a wrapper on top of those two, but in your case, just use whichever one is here. And we have to change into the sources directory on that DVD. So how do you do that? Well, type in the drive letter that was just mapped, which in my case is D, and it almost certainly is in your case as well. Could be E or some other drive letter, but it's probably D. And then just CD sources, that's change directory sources. And then what you want to do is type in setup grep/product and then server. And you might think, I don't want Windows Server on here. Yeah, it's not going to install Windows Server. What it's going to do is skip over the hardware. This particular machine has a very old version of a TPM and certainly an ancient CPU and both of these are not supported by Windows 11. However, if you tell it that you want to install Windows Server, which it won't do, it'll actually install Windows 11, but if you tell it it's Windows Server at the start, it'll skip the hardware checks. Now, I did hear somebody say to me the other day, well, what happens if Microsoft brings out something in the future that won't install because your hardware isn't sufficient? Well, two answers to that. One, Microsoft has said that they have no plans to do that. They will not intentionally be blocking people that are upgrading old hardware to Windows 11 that's unsupported in the future. Not intentionally at this point. But secondly, let's say they did. Let's say they did that 2.5 years from now, we'll say. That means you've got 2.5 more years of security, of features and upgrades. Whereas With your Windows 10, you're SOL. It's done. You are out with the wolves and all the cyber criminals. So upgrading to Windows 11, even if it didn't get patched in the future, would still be a huge improvement over the situation you are in right now. So no downside. All right, so just press enter. Well, in my case, because I'm running this through PowerShell Windows Terminal, it's a very slightly different syntax. If you're running this through command line, it's exactly what I've shown you there. If you're running through PowerShell, you can type that in, product, server, and press enter. And it will start. And you'll notice it'll say Windows Server. Yeah, don't worry, it's not going to install Windows Server. All right, click next. It's going to check for updates, and this won't wipe out your machine. You won't lose anything. This will simply upgrade what's there. Keep files, settings, and apps. Press next.
So this old machine has a very, very, very old CPU. That's, I think, 5 versions older than what is supported on Windows 11. But it'll work just fine. It's actually quite powerful. Yeah, Trusted Platform Module 1.2. No, it needs to be 2.0 or above. So this shouldn't install for either of those reasons. But it will. And some people might say, well, now you're getting an unsupported operating system. No, now you're getting a supported operating system. You're moving off of one that is most definitely unsupported. And Microsoft's position on this has changed pretty dramatically. Initially, when Windows 11 came out, they were completely inflexible on these choices. They said that you have to have these hardware requirements, and if you don't, we will block you from installing it. They're now letting us get around it, and Microsoft says that they have no intention of blocking people's updates and patches in the future, so your Windows 11 will be just as solid as everybody else's. That being said, they don't guarantee that, and there might be a time in the future when they say, well, we really think you need to have this CPU or that TPM, and so we're going to stop giving you updates. Okay, let's say that's 2 years from now. That'll put you 2 years ahead of where you are now. Not to mention, you'll get a bunch of cool features with Windows 11 for those 2 years and extend the life of that old computer. Boom, boys and girls, that's Windows 11. Now there's a bunch of things we need to do. First thing is to run a Windows update. As soon as it's in, let's do check for updates. We can also remove the USB key that we used while that's running. Let's make a couple of changes here. I just hate the taskbar, so it's a little thing, but I'm going to change it. So I'm going to turn off the search box. I don't need it. Don't want widgets. And taskbar behaviors, I want that thing on the left. And I really hate it when combine is turned on, so I want it off. There we go. So it looks more like Windows 10. There we go. Now let's just verify it's Windows 11. 25H2. Yay. Oh, another thing to change here, I personally can't stand this home page, so I go to the 3 dots, select home, change that to this PC, and make sure that hide file extensions is not enabled. So there we go. So when we go into my computer, that's where it comes up as. Okay, let's go clear out a bunch of junk. First thing we can get rid of is that ISO that we used to install Windows 11 from. It's another 8 gig back. Yay. Let's go to see users and drill into the user primary user here, into app data, local, temp, and clear out their temp folder. This should occur automatically, but often doesn't. So, oh, I guess I already did this one. I fixed this machine up a few days ago, so when it was Windows 10. Another thing to look at is C, Windows, temp, dump everything in here. Yes, you can, yeah, again, I did clear this out already, but you probably have a huge amount of crap in here. So get rid of that, just delete it. Next thing is to bring up disk cleanup. And don't just click on it, right click on it and select Run as Administrator. This will take a minute, so we'll be right back. There, now in disk cleanup, we probably want to select absolutely everything, but really of particular note is down near the bottom, you'll have the previous versions of Windows. Yep, I want to get rid of a very large folder. There it is right there, 31 gig. Let's get rid of that. Let's empty out recycle bin, so on and so forth. But that's the big one, 31 gig. And what is that? Mostly it's in C, Windows.old. So let's go into here and click OK. And it's going to come up and say, if you continue, you won't be able to uninstall Windows 11. Yeah, well, there's no scenario in which I want to keep Windows 10, so it's something I want to go ahead with. So yep, I'll delete that. And this will take quite a while to complete, so we'll be back. And while that's running, let's go take a look at Device Manager. Make sure that all the drivers are installed. Yeah, everything looks fine. Let's get rid of that. Let's go look at Task Manager. Change to logical. All looks happy. Working away. And let's go back to our system settings and see how the Windows Update is cooking along. Great cumulative update. Now here's the big thing. You want to go into advanced options and down into optional features, and we want to add any driver that's here. There we go. Download and install. That's a big deal. Boom. Now you can see that deleting all of that junk cleared up 40 gig worth of stuff on our drive, which is great. And we have a restart prompt now for our Windows Update, so let's go through that. And that is how you save a very old computer from the junk heap. This computer is at least a decade old, and it is working just fine with Windows 11. Hey, so if you found this video useful, big thumbs up would be super appreciated. Subscribe's also appreciated. If you have any questions or concerns, you can always get a hold of us directly at www.urtech, that's www.urtech.ca, or you can leave a question or comment below, and if we don't get back to you, somebody else will, because on YouTube, you just know everybody's got an opinion. Thanks, and have a good day. Bye-bye.